I'm celibate. Ain't no more of that. No more. Ain't gonna be no more of this for a while. No more. I can't do it no more for a while.
Good morning, y'all. It's a beautiful day in Seattle, obviously. Excuse me. I didn't even know what I wanted to talk about today, but as soon as I got the idea, I just hopped up and just started filming. So y'all gonna have to accept me as I am. You know what I mean? It's like, but anyway, I wanted to share with y'all what I learned from 1 year of celibacy. Now, oof. As y'all know, I am a survivor of domestic abuse, rape, and sexual assault, right? So celibacy was a huge pivotal moment in my life, and it helped me take control of myself, my life, as well as my body. And celibacy is just the state of abstaining from marriage and sexual relations, according to Google, but typically it's the act of abstaining from sex in general. So when I moved to Atlanta in January, I had no friends, I had no girlfriend, I had no rotation of women just sitting around like I used to.
Hundreds of baddies is hard to choose one.
It was definitely different, and it felt really uncomfortable. And I thought to myself, this is happening for a reason. I think God wants me to really sit down and get away from things that are comfortable for a little bit, just so I can focus on myself, just so I can actually focus on myself, free from distractions, just so I can build things, plant seeds in my life that'll help me down the line, you know, like financial stability, personal and emotional growth, all that good shit. So I was very uncomfortable for January, February, March, April, May, almost 6 months. Okay, I've been celibate for a year now, almost a year, and it has been rough. Okay, because at the end of the day, yes, we are souls having a human experience, but at the end of the day, we are still human, right? That humanity is gonna creep in eventually and take over sometimes, but you gotta master yourself. What I learned is that sex is very sacred. We live in a hypersexualized society where sex is normalized in all forms, where people are putting their bodies on display, men and women, where people are putting their bodies on display for the whole world to see, because once you post something on the internet, it never goes away. You may think it does, but it never does. And people treat sex like it's nothing. And I think that's the fucked up part about so many people wanting intimacy, is that they don't know the difference between lust and love. They don't know what real intimacy is. And unless sex is involved, then intimacy is not real. That's what I've noticed, and it's kind of sad. Another thing I've learned is to be stingy with your energy. Be selective with your energy. Women had it right when they said that they weren't going to settle, because as a recovering addict, I'll say that, because porn and sex are drugs. Very hypersexual when I was in high school, and some of my freshman year of college. It wasn't until I doubled down on wanting more and better for myself. It taught me how to be stingy with my energy, because remember, one of the trauma responses for sexual assault and rape survivors, is hypersexuality. And typically when you're hypersexual, you're not thinking about it, right? You're just sleeping with anything that walks. You're just sleeping with anybody that'll show you the slightest bit of attention, etc. At least that's what I was doing. Chasing women, sleeping with anybody that would talk to me, really.
Around this way, you will get caught.
It was so bad. If any of you guys knew me from 3 years ago, y'all know what I'm talking about. But not only to be stingy with your energy, but as men, simply because we are programmed from a young age to be hypersexual, we have to take it upon ourselves to heal and to change the narrative, because women like a man that is sexually disciplined, right? There are so many benefits to being sexually disciplined. Don't do it solely for women, do it for yourself, because the amount of growth and the amount of satisfaction that you get from this journey will be all worth it, I promise. Sex does not equal healing. Again, pointing back to the fact that I was very hypersexual, I thought that I was going to be able to move on from my ex if I just had sex with a whole bunch of different women. I thought I could put her in the back of my mind. I thought I could put my feelings in the back of my mind and just basically fuck my problems away, right? That's the there we go. That's the realest I'm gonna be with y'all. I thought I was gonna be able to fuck my feelings away, and I couldn't, because I was still thinking about her. I was still upset. I was still sad, but I was using the women as a distraction and using the women to forget about my problems. You know what I mean? Soul ties are real. I don't really need to say anything about this. Soul ties are real, and that's why you shouldn't just be sleeping with anybody, because remember, sex is an energy exchange. When you have sex with somebody, you guys are exchanging bodily fluids, you guys are exchanging spiritual energy, you guys are exchanging trauma, you guys are exchanging, that's sex is the closest you get to someone's soul, basically. Because remember, sex is also a portal. Orgasms are portals. Pussy, that's a portal. The yoni is a portal. It's a portal to the universe. And so when you just having sex with any and every woman or any and every man, you're not taking into account all of the energetic soul ties that you're creating, all of the different energies and personalities, all of the different trauma that your body is taking up. You're fucking your aura up when you do that, okay? Sexual transmutation. This is a big one. When I was down in Atlanta, I wanted better for myself, right? So I took it upon myself to practice sexual transmutation. That was one time when I almost relapsed from this semen retention journey, from this no fap journey, this no porn. I was this close. I was this close. There's this thing that guys like to do whenever on this journey, whenever they're feeling down or whenever they're feeling horny, whatever, they like to edge. And edging is basically just masturbating until the point of when you're about to come, but you don't. And that's a dangerous game to play on this journey. It's either you do it or you don't, because your body is eventually gonna want to get rid of it. And so whenever I would feel that way, I would do some push-ups. I would go for a walk outside. I would be around other people. I would run around. I would just distract myself in any way possible. That's really all I could do, because I wanted better, so I had to do better. Delayed gratification and patience. Okay, this one ties into patience because they go hand in hand. We also live in a society where instant gratification is like people want instant gratification with everything, right? Nobody wants to be patient for anything. Nobody wants to do the work and reap the benefits of said work. Nobody wants to wait for anything, really. People want everything now. And that's also a dangerous thing, because when you rush something, then it's like baking a cake, right? You wouldn't want the cake to come out nasty. You would want the cake to taste good. You wouldn't want it to be moist. God, I hate that word. You would want it to be good. You would want people to like your cake. So you wouldn't rush the baking process. So why would you want to rush the process of creating who you want to be, right? Now, the benefits of celibacy or abstinence, liberation. Honestly, like I said, we live in a hypersexualized society where everybody is putting their bodies on display for the world in terms of body positivity or whatever, but that's a whole different video. Men and women are degrading themselves, giving their energy up to any and everybody. Sex is devalued. It's been devalued, honestly, and it's treated like it's nothing. And when you set yourself apart from what everybody else is doing, that's real liberation. You have more energy. More energy. This plays into semen retention as well, because they two go hand in hand. More energy, sharper mind, overall physical, mental, and emotional growth. Self-awareness. You get to sit down and be aware with who you are, how you're feeling. You get to check in with yourself, and you get to know. You stay in the know. You have free time, and like I said, you get to learn yourself because you have more of a mental, spiritual connection to God. I just learned that society and pop culture have just glorified sex to the point of where people just treat it like it's nothing, like it's normal. And it's plastered everywhere, and it's just so easily accessible. And the reason for that is because of, I hate to say it, social media, pop culture, society. It's just plastered everywhere. It's just easily accessible. You can go on Instagram, and even in the explore page, they'll have like, even the explore page will have like soft porn, girls twerking and shit everywhere. It's bad. It's really bad, man. And what I've learned is that sex is very valuable, and it's not worth it in the end. Not taking away from anybody that wants to do whatever, because at the end of the day, it's your body, your choice. You can do whatever you want, right? But like I said, later on down the line, how is that going to play out for if you want to get in a relationship, or if you want to salvage your reputation, stuff like that. So it's just thinking about long term. So that's just my journey. I highly recommend it for everybody that wants to go on a spiritual journey, to learn themselves, to grow, and to be a better version of themselves. At the end of the day, we are all free souls, we are all free-spirited, and we are all capable of doing what we want and creating our own reality. But your choices are what create your reality. Your choices are what affect your life. In the words of the GOAT, J. Cole, choose wisely. All right? I love y'all.